Before I move on, I'm going to introduce our guest speaker from Shelton. He's a great kid who's now become a friend of mine. He's a 2006 graduate of Shelton High School. He was our starting quarterback in the 2005 team. He went on to earn a 4-year degree in finance from Boston College and is now the VP of Sales in North America for some large marketing firm that I really can't pronounce the name. He's doing really well, and he's going to come up here and speak to you about the game. Dripchak.
Well, guys, the company name is Ometria, Coach.
It's not too hard.
I'm still practicing myself since I just accepted the job about a week ago, so looking forward to getting started on that. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone here, Mayor's already, and Zeke, both school administrations, the Shelton Derby players. It's great to see the tradition continues. Both cheer and prom squads and the Rotary Club. This is phenomenal. And if I ever meet Ms. Payton, I gotta definitely thank her for this facility. This is pretty impressive. I was actually driving to Roseland's Pizza a couple weeks ago after a business trip. And I literally stopped my car, pulled off, and had to walk around here for a little bit because I was truly impressed with what Ryan Field has become. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit more. But Coach, thanks for having me back today. It's really an honor to be here. I really appreciate it. Great to talk to both teams. And I guess when you do get a victory over Derby as a starting quarterback, you get a chance to speak. So thanks, I appreciate it. So I know I was introduced, but my name's Dripchak. I played quarterback for Shelton High School, 2005 season. And really is an honor to be here. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what this game means to me, both towns, and my family. So what you probably don't know is that this game is a little bit of a family affair. I'll give you a few fun facts to back that up. Miss Riddle was actually asking me, was I excited to get back for Thanksgiving this year? And I said, yeah. And what I didn't tell her was that this is actually going to be my 27th game in a row. So I've been coming to this game since 1993. My dad's a Derby High School graduate. My grandmother's a Derby High School graduate. I grew up in Shelton, which I was thankful for. Just kidding, yeah, just kidding. But really, when I think about it, this game especially, because I've been to 27 games in a row, but my dad has actually been to 57 games in a row. And that's through a career that took him all over the world, but somehow has made it back for Thanksgiving Day to see this game. So when you talk about tradition, and you talk about family tradition, this game's near and dear to my heart. So not only is this game near and dear to my heart, Derby's special to me too. My very first football game was actually at Ryan Field in 1992. It was Ansonia Derby actually, and it was unfortunately a Derby loss 8-0. But I would like to think that was my proper induction to Valley football. And we kind of got started from there. But when I really think about this game, it's 3 words. When Coach Roy asked me to come back and speak, 3 words to me that came to mind. There's rivalry, there's tradition, and there's legacy, which I want to talk about all 3 right now. I'm going to start with rivalry. So on the rivalry side, I'm actually not even talking about football. I'm going to tell you about my grandmother. So my grandparents, the Dripchaks, 2 Cottage Street, Derby, Connecticut. And I remember going to my senior year. We unfortunately couldn't play on Thanksgiving Day. We had to play Friday night due to a snowstorm. So I had to stomach Thanksgiving dinner knowing I still had to play a full football game the next day, which when you're thinking about your last game as a player, you're thinking about the rivalry, you're thinking about what it means to your family. Needless to say, I wasn't really eating too much. But my grandmother, graduated Derby High School in 1941. She asked me, she said, "Hey Eric, how you doing?" I said, "I'm okay, not doing great." And she said, yeah, we talked a little about the game, we talked about school. And that was like the silence at the table. And also she goes, "Well, Eric, I gotta tell you." She said, "I'm gonna pray for you that you don't get hurt. I'm gonna pray for your friends that they don't get hurt. But I'll be doing it from the Derby sideline." So that is a state rivalry to you. I don't know what really does. But needless to say, I'm pretty sure my mom almost jumped across the table at that point, so it's okay. Tradition and legacy. I was over interviewing for this job that I was just mentioning before, and I was meeting the CEO of this company, and he was asking me to open up his U.S. sales office. There's nobody here. I'd be starting by myself and build a team pretty quickly. But really, when I was talking to the CEO, he was talking about his legacy of this company and how he's invested millions of dollars into the technology, and he wants this company to be his lasting impression in the business world. And he asked me, he said, Eric, what do you know about legacy? And before I could answer, he said, because I need to tell you, my concern is I'm looking for someone with 30 years of professional experience, not 30 years of life experience. And I said, well, that's fair. And he says, well, so what do you know about legacy, and what can you tell me about legacy? And I said, really, it's with legacy, you can't have legacy without tradition. And what I really meant by that was, they go hand in hand. And when he asked me for an example of what that meant to me, I actually talked about this game. And this is before Coach Roy asked me to speak today, so it worked out pretty well. But what I told him was, I told him about this game. So we're playing for over 100 years. There's so many stories I grew up hearing from my parents and my family about this game. I had the opportunity to play in the game. And really what I walked him through was not only the tradition of this game and what it means to both towns and families, and you've heard a lot of family stories, a lot of names have been getting tossed around here today. But really what it meant to me and how I spent the entire career from Shelton Pop Warner all the way through Shelton High School to get ready for this one game, this one moment. And really this would be my legacy in this rivalry. And I also tied into how it has built me as a person, it's built me as a professional, and everything that when I look at what I've become as in my career so far, and success I've had, has really been because of not only Shelton Public Schools, but also because of Shelton football. So I'll leave you on a little bit of a personal note, and it's more some counsel as you go into this Thanksgiving Day game for both teams, is that for a lot of you guys, this will be your last game. Now Shelton, I know we're waiting some results for NFA in London tomorrow, so obviously we're hoping for a London victory. But really, and a Shelton victory. But really, this could be your last game, and in the end, this is a big Thanksgiving Day game and a rivalry game. When you really think about it, it's there's nothing better than being able to play in this game. And I remember my game like it was yesterday. I remember it in slow motion, and I can tell you about every detail of every play. Didn't have my best game. We got a W, but what I do remember, what sticks with me for the rest of my life, and I still think about to this very day, is there's a few seconds left in the game. I'm standing on the sideline. Coach Roy looks at me and goes, "Hey, Drip, victory formation." And as I'm jogging back onto the field, I know I'm about to take a knee. We're going to get the W, and I get to look for one last time back at 10 other guys in the huddle as they look back at me, and I know it's been my last play as a high school football player. So now I was fortunate to get a victory, but at the same time, I was more fortunate just to play in the game. And Mike, I actually really enjoyed your speech, because here's the thing: it's you talk a lot about football, what you learn about from football for life, and how you apply it to life. Once this game's over, it's like, yeah, it is Derby-Shelton, but it's more just Valley football. And Valley football, the toughness, the tenacity, the approach, how you guys prepare for life is really going to prepare you well to be successful. And I think that hopefully Mike and I serve as representations of that. And so I'll say in conclusions to Derby, good luck, have a great Thanksgiving. I'll be at the game, gotta keep the streak going. To Shelton, good luck as well. I know the tradition of our preparation process, the level of effort, focus, and energy that goes into each and every game plan from the coaching staff, the administration, to the players. And play hard, and I hope you have the same opportunity to add a W in the win column on Thursday. So both teams leave it on the field, enjoy it, have fun, and I look forward to watching it. Go Gales.